In the next video, I'm going to show you how to get started on creating blog posts and optimize the SEO settings into Shopify like this, and we will compare Shopify blogging features. So first of all, to get started, get logged in directly into the Shopify and navigate into the left part that says Online Store. Inside the Online Store, just click into this element that says Blogged Post. Now here we can start creating our very first blog. Just scroll a little bit down and look out for Create a Blog Post. Go for Create Blog Post, and here all we can do is to create a new blog post, of course once you are into the blog editor. Now you can start writing your post. You can add a title, we can write your content and use some formatting tools to add the headers. We can add lists, we can add images or links to make your post more engaging. So let's get started, of course, with my title and a little bit about my content. So if you want a little bit of information here, I added my title and I added my content. Now into my feature image, I'm going to hit into add image. And here, usually what I do is to add one image that I currently have. If you don't have one image to display, you can just go and look out, for example, for this. Open into a new tab. I'm going to copy this image, or to save it if you want to be using this for your website. And I add it into my feature image. Make sure that you have edited your image and updated it so this one actually looks good when they have checked it out your blogged post. So here I'm going to click, for example, let's say the best and bears in version. Now let's focus into the CEO, scrolling a little bit down. And here, of course, we can edit the meta title, we can edit the meta description and the URL slug. This information is to make us sure to include your main keywords and in this field to improve your blog's search engine ranking. So blogs can be helping you to, let's say, build more credibility and to get more engaging into Google, for example. So the page titles would be the best and best of into fall clothings, let's say best closed to invest in for fall season. This one is helping the search engine to understand what my blog aid is about. Now the description, for example, here, usually what I do is just to add a short information of what I'm actually offering. So for example, I wanted to add 10 tags or 10 keywords that I can use for the description. For example, here, clothing, I can add inversion or investment. I can add fall season. I can add fall clothing or seasonal clothing. And so usually what I do is now to copy this information and to create an actual description using artificial intelligence. But in my case, I think this one actually works for me. Now, the URL and the handle, for example, burst and best into fall clothing, this one works for me. Now here into the organization, you wanted to import the author, the blog name above, for example, creating a new blog, the blog title name, let's say best clothing investments, and tags, let's say that we are wanting to go for falling season clothing, and let's go for investment. And we have now 3 tags that we can add. This is to identify our different blogging elements. Now, to keep your blog organized, the Shopify lets you create categories for your post, and you can assign each post to a category, making it easier for visitors to find related content. We can use tags, as we said in here, to improve searchability within your blog. So I'm going to click now into the Save button and then preview the post into the View section, so I can preview it live into my Shopify store. So I have this huge image feature, and I have now my title, and I have now this information. So if you wanted to get, for example, more editable elements for my blog, usually what I do is to focus into the editor of the Shopify. So let's go back here, for example, into more actions. If you see that we can be able to edit this directly with the Shopify online theme element, we can do it. So if you don't, let's go back here into online store. Let's go back into navigation. And into main menu, I'm going to add new item, blog, and here I'm going to be adding blocks, best clothing investments. There we go. save my menu, online store themes, and customize. Inside here, I'm gonna click now into my menu bar and choose now blocked. This is the block that we are actually gonna be using, right? So if I wanted to, I can edit more elements. So for example, I can add a new section, I can add an announcement bar, I can add a custom liquid, I can even add more sections to my template, for example, one connection list, depending on what you're actually aiming for. So for example, here at the best to invest into the folding clothes, I have the collection, for example. I can add more about my website. I can add more about it. Let's go for adding a new section. And even I can add a slideshow, for example. And you can just customize it and edit it as you want it to. So let's click here into the slideshow. I go for explore free image. And let's say that I go for clothing. And I selected one image that I think that this one can be resonated with my branding element. So I go for select. And there we go. Now, what is left for me to do is just to change the style. Let's say, for example, folding, season. Down here, go for tell your brand story through images. Let's say that I delete this. Let's go for shop now with a 30% off. I'm gonna delete my collection list, and I only have now this blog post, and down here my slideshow. 3 dots and preview. In the end, it depends on your needs. Shopify is ideal if you want to blog directly on your e-commerce store with minimal setup. So blogging is a major part of your content strategy, and of course can be helping you to drive so much traffic when it comes to creating, let's say, blogged content about what you are actually selling or what you wanted, of course, to focus in on. And there we go. Here I do have my blog already been set up directly, done automatically here with the Shopify. So with that being said, guys, we have now reached the very end of the video. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Here you're going to see much more elements of the Shopify, blogging, post, and much more. Thank you once again for watching this video. Hopefully we can all see you next time.